Hey, what's up, Abundant Life Church? We want you to know all about Cannonball. Cannonball is how we're talking about vision over the next few years at Abundant Life Church. Our theme verse for Cannonball is this. It's Romans chapter 15, verse 8. Paul says, "This resurrection life that God has called you to is not a timid, grave-tending kind of life. It's adventurously expectant." That verse says it all. We are not called to simply tend graves, but to pray big, bold, adventurously expectant prayers. Fresh vision over these next few years includes three big things. Number one, we want to invest more of ourselves into outreach, both in our community and the world. There's an issue. In order to invest more of ourselves, some things have got to happen. First of all, we have to show up and volunteer and serve. Our church, we have to be big givers. We have to be big, generous givers. But we also have to remove the obstacles that keep us away from giving big. So if we're going to do more for our world, more for our community, if we're going to go into this big vision, we've got to get rid of the debt that we pay every month. Think about how exciting it would be if you could get rid of all your debt. We believe that that's biblical. We don't think our debt's bad. We just think it's holding us back. So we want to get rid of the debt here at Abundant Life Church that we pay on our property, on our campus. We want to get rid of it so that we can do more with what God's given us. The second thing that Fresh Vision with Cannonball is going to look like around here, we're going to take a fresh look at our environments. It's no secret, when you walk around our church campus, there's some parts that really need to be updated and get freshened up. So we're going to be doing some of that for a very specific reason. I think it's best described this way. I have a 5-year-old son, and I want my 5-year-old son to be more excited about coming to church than going to Chick-fil-A. That's the bottom line. We have to create engaging environments that kids and teenagers will be excited to be a part of. Our staffing, our personnel, our leadership teams, onboarding the right people to help us create some of those environments, to help us lead in that kind of way. The next thing Fresh Vision requires for us is that we develop leaders. We create leadership pipelines. So we want to pilot a leadership program here at Abundant Life Church that will have a lasting influence. The vision of our church is very engaging. We are everyday people who live for more than ourselves. Pastor Oscar Muriu at Nairobi Chapel in Kenya has a leadership program called Kinara. And what they do is they bring in all of these folks who want to be in leadership and want to be released, and they train them over a period of 1 to 2 years, and they release them into ministry throughout the world. As a church, we want to be all in with Cannonball. Nobody is too young, nobody is too old, nobody is too poor, and nobody is rich enough to pay for it all. Our community, we're going to be all in because this is God's calling for us. I pray that you will join in, that you'll jump in with us and you'll make waves because God's got some big things planned for us.